Hello, Maria Elisa. Welcome to this space of Paquita Holística 13. I really appreciate you accepting this invitation to share with us about the inner child, which is a topic that many people is not aware, and also it's so important for us to reconnect with. And I just would like to make a short summary. Maria Elisa is a wonderful therapist, and she has a wonderful experience also of healing. She will share with us more details about it, but just I am feeling very honored to have her presence here today. It's yours.
Thank you, Paquita, and thank you to your cat that is around. I feel honored of being here with you. I am so glad to share this talk about the inner child. I am Maria Elisa 𝙂𝙤 from Ecuador. I live in the cloud forest of 𝙤𝙤 Andino. I am a therapist specialized in family constellations assisted with horses. And today we are going to share together about our inner child and the wounds of our childhood that needs sometimes to be here, to be healed, that we need to look at them because sometimes this little child that lives inside us has not had time to be listened and is feeling some pain that we are taking today to the present. And sometimes as adults, we still living in these wounds of the childhood. So it's very important to give some attention to our inner child and what we felt when we were kids.
As you said, it's very important to know that there is a way to heal our wounds, especially those that we are not aware. We sometimes are just reacting to life in certain ways that we cannot explain, and there is always a way to find that root that is healing this perception, that is releasing all the pain that sometimes we are carrying without being aware.
Yes, and there is a time in our lives when we have, for example, difficulties with our partner, or family, or children, and then is an opportunity to see where we come from, what we receive or not receive when we were a child, or when we were in the early years in the contact with our mother, father, or the adults in charge of taking care of us.
Absolutely. And maybe just to start a little bit, maybe you can help us with some guidance or examples, because many people, as I said, is not aware of the impact of our childhood environment, and you have a lot of experience. Maybe you can bring up something that can let the people understand why it's so important and when it can be a good chance to start with this therapy, and why also it's very important to do it in company of a therapist.
Okay. Well, I would like to start sharing this. If we come to this world with love, respect, care, we will become adults that will be able to give love, care, respect. And in the other side, if we come to this world without connection and we have felt unloved when we, as a child, if we didn't feel respect, care, tenderness, we will see that the world is a difficult place, and we will repeat this pattern from our childhood. And we see our environment, the world, as we see through the eyes of the people that was in charge of taking care of us. So if they gave us security, love, and care, we will trust the world. And if we didn't receive this from the adults that were in charge of taking care of us, we will see the world as a place that is very dangerous, that is difficult to trust, and is going to be so hard for us to open our heart to receive.
Yes, I think it's something that can be also intimidating, right? Because usually we have this tendency to blame the outside world of being so harsh on us or the life or situations. So sometimes we just don't figure it out that everything is coming from our inner self. Like it's like something that is very difficult to think of until something really serious or an emptiness that is not explainable happens. Then is when you are like somehow carried to this path of being back to yourself, to your inner self, and you discover the inner child is the one that was having this a perception of lacking love, as you said, or safety, right? So in this particular situation, how can a person, for instance, that is listening now, can start maybe just not to wait for a crisis or something difficult to come up, to start to get to know the inner child or the story, or also when it's a good time to start all over with a good companion, with a professional that can take you into this path?
Well, this should be natural as we go to the school to learn to read, to talk, maths, and all of these things that we learn when we go to the school. And should be as natural like learning from the beginning as when we are very young to connect with our emotions and this inner child. But nobody teaches us. And unfortunately, this happens that we get in connection with this inner child when we have a difficult crisis in our lives. And this not necessarily needs to be that way. We can start to go for a therapy to know about ourselves, to discover where I come from, what did I receive and what I didn't receive in my childhood. And this will make things much easier for us because could be a gently approach to this connection with our inner child and our feelings and our wounds, and it could be more easy to heal. And we need to learn to start to go to therapy as natural as we go to the dentist or we go to the dietitian. Natural health is very important, and the mental health is so necessary because we all have had some pain in the childhood that needs to be healed, hold, and we need to give space for that. And yeah, sometimes it's difficult because if we come from families with a lot of structure and when there was no space for feelings or sensibility, vulnerability, there is not going to be a space to talk about what I feel, what I need in the emotional side. But we always can start and learn, and we can learn about getting contact with our feelings without wait until I get some difficulties or a big crisis to feel my inner child. I can get in contact to this inner child that lives in us in a more lovely way. It needs to be more kind with us. So it's like when you go to the doctor and you do some test to take care of your health, and you don't wait until you have a broken leg to go to the doctor. You can make this more easy. I don't know if I am explaining this clear.
Yes, indeed. I think you touched a very sensitive part because, especially for now, it's more familiar for people to go to therapists or to go for therapists or psychologists, but it still is a dogma. It's like the people. It's unlikely to see that it might be a good idea to have a health check on yourself, as you said, because usually the people that we go to therapy are the ones that we let the things already happen. Like, as you said, to have a fracture, or it's the same. It's like, I don't mean that you have to check out your bones, but you check your body and your health regularly to ensure that everything is okay, so you can take actions ahead and you can be ready to keep steady and still, right? And life is the same with the mental health. I think what you said is super important, and it's also a good opportunity to raise awareness for that.
Definitely, yes. And another example that comes to me is when I have a partner, I have a relationship, and suddenly one day my partner says that he is not longer in love with me anymore, and he decides to leave me. What is going to happen there? I am going to feel a deep pain that is not only the pain of breaking this relationship or the separation. There is going to be something more, that when my partner says that he is leaving me or he doesn't want to continue the relationship, he's going to push a button that will take me to my inner child, to my childhood, when I felt completely lonely, unloved, and accepted. And this relationship breaking is going to take me to this pain of my childhood. So what I need to do is to look for a therapy where I can not only talk or have a work about my relationship with my partner. I am going to need a therapy where I can get in contact with my body, with my inner child, and with the pain I was feeling since I was a kid.
Yeah, as you said, it's just reconnecting something so important, as you said, our bodies, because we are not aware of reconnecting the emotions, and also to understand that it's very important to handle them. So, what, in your experience, for instance, what is the most common situation or emotion that as human beings we tend to avoid to handle or to confront or to just, to center ourselves, to let us feel? What can be one of the most challenging emotions that we can?
Sadness, fear, anger. We cover it for ourselves because we all want to be accepted, and sometimes in some circles when we show our anger, sadness, fear, people reject us because we have this idea that we all need to be perfect and always feel good, and the normal people never feels anger or sadness. Normal people never cry. We have this illusion that we need to live like a statue, and we do not have a space for feelings. And yeah, sometimes to be accepted, we have to cover ourselves, and we don't show our real feelings. And for example, in your work, you cannot show your vulnerability because workplaces are places where people needs to be strong and needs to be a big leader and needs to do everything perfect and needs to approach goals, and there is not space for vulnerability. I think that is just a perception. It doesn't really need to be this way. We are all humans, and we can be good professionals, and we can also be people that has pain, difficult times, some fears, and it doesn't mean we have less values, or we do not deserve respect because we are showing our vulnerability. And yeah, it's just a perception, a belief, and the beliefs comes from in the place we grew up, and our ancestors and our family stories and the culture of the country. But the beliefs can always change.
Yeah, absolutely. These beliefs sometimes are very limiting for our life. Like they are blocking our own development. Sometimes, from my personal experience, I can see that you can do a lot of things, but if you are not, as you said, aware of the vulnerabilities that you are hiding from the world, and trying to just to keep them so deep inside is hard. It's hard to, in a moment, it's very heavy to carry it over. You cannot explain what is really going on with you. So suddenly it seems that some situation is not working anymore, or can be something related to work, or something to your projects, or your kids, or health, or any, yourself telling yourself that something is not seen yet, or as yet.
Yes.
And it's this vulnerability, as you said.
Yes, and when I listen to you, what comes to me is, for example, as parents, when we want to have a healthy relation with our kids, the first thing we need to do is to get in contact with our inner child and to allow ourselves to feel the pain that this little child that lives inside us has lived during the childhood. And as long as I can recognize what is my pain and where I come from and what I receive or what I did not receive, I can be more conscious of my story and hold my inner child. And this is going to make things much easier to get in contact with my kids. Because otherwise, what happens when we become parents is, if there is our child that feels a lot of pain and we become mother or father, we are going to see our kids from the little child that is her, that lives inside us. And it's like three kids having conflicts. But if I can hold my inner child and I can hold my pain and I can take care of myself, I can take the place of the adult and have a healthy relation with my kids.
Yes, it's so important, especially for us as mothers. I think it's our right to have our inner child attended. It should be a human right, especially because we are carrying the life. And I think only if we start to heal ourselves, we can have kids that also are more conscious and aware that life is not to avoid mistakes, rather to enjoy and to see differently. Because this is one amazing learning that I have had when I started to embrace my inner child, not to judge myself because of something went wrong, because there is no rights or wrongs. It's only a perception that is trying to always to give me the opportunity to see myself, to see where did I learn that. Maybe I learned in a different way. So
yes, and I want to share that. How do we expect our kids to be nice with themselves if we don't treat ourselves with kindness, compassion, respect, and unconditional love? And if we are judging ourselves all the time, that is what we are teaching to our kids, and they will repeat the pattern.
This is a nice way, as you said, to teach them from another place, right? Because sometimes as parents we love to give speeches, we love to discipline our kids, or to just to be so harsh sometimes on them, trying to demand from them, as you said, something that we were not able to do it by ourselves. So
yes, and another thing that is important is, as mothers, we need to allow ourselves to be human. We are not perfect, and we are human. And it's so natural that as parents, we feel tired, we have fear, sometimes we feel scared. We don't have how to do everything in a correct way, and we don't have all the answers. And I think it's very necessary to talk with authenticity with our kids and say sometimes, yes, I don't know, I don't have all the answers, or please let me have some space. I need to rest, I need to eat, I need to breathe, and it's okay, because I don't know, from where comes this idea that as parents we need to be perfect and we have to have all the answers and we need to know everything. And that is not true, because we are just humans, and here in the present we are doing this work as parents a little bit more conscious than our parents did and our grandparents did. And yes, I think it's important to let go these beliefs that we are perfect because we are a mother or a father. We are just humans. And if we are kind with ourselves and we look at ourselves with compassion and love, our kids will learn to teach, to treat themselves with compassion and love. And when they make a mistake, instead of treat themselves like, I am not enough, I don't deserve good things, they can just look at them with love and recognizing that they are humans and humans make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we also can do something to fix our mistakes because we are all learning.
Absolutely. Yes, we learn through the mistakes of our life. When everything is going perfectly, we are close to learn, right? Isn't it? Like if we are always trying to push ourselves to do just the right, we are not also given the space of learning more, and also this flexibility of accepting, as you said, that maybe we have limitations. But if we are not open to that, is very, very difficult. And also, as you said, our parents, they had to deal with other kind of stuff in their time. So now we can really be more conscious, no matter how old are our kids, because this is also something that maybe you can tell us about, that is important for any mother at any stage.
Yeah. I think that there is always an opportunity to learn, and no matter what is your age or your kid's age, and we can always open this possibility. For example, if we are adults today and we have big kids, we can always say to our kids, now I am learning how to transform or heal my emotions, and I have realized that when you were a kid, sometimes I was too stressed, that I didn't give you enough time, that I was not able to play with you. And I am so sorry if this hurt you. What can I do today to fix our relation? And how can I do this different? And how could we connect today from a different place? And that will be a healthy way to get in contact with our sons, daughters, and to fix the pain.
Yes. What you said, I experienced that myself. It's not easy to ask, to apologize for, because sometimes when we know also when we commit certain mistakes, and sometimes we feel so guilty afterwards that we just don't know how to react after some events. And some parents, yes, they are talking and trying to apologize, let's say, which is not frequent. Sometimes it's very hard. But now parents are a bit more open to do so. Yet, I think we don't know how to make it. But as you said, when we reach to this position of compassion to yourself and to get to know yourself, it's from another place that you are even confident to say, I know that I couldn't make it better, and what can I do now for you? And also that sincere openness from a healed mother, let's call it, I don't know, it will bring a lot for a kid, because I can say it happened to me. And it doesn't mean that problems will not come, but definitely the energy will flow differently.
Yes. And something else that comes to me when I listen to you is, let's do a little exercise, Paquita. For example, can you imagine your parents in front of you, and can you imagine that they come to you and they say, hey, Paquita, how are you? We realize that we were not, we didn't give you enough attention, and we would like to do the things different. And sometimes we were too upset and it was not necessary. And Paquita, there is nothing wrong with you. We didn't know how to take care of our emotions, and now we realize that, and we apologize with you if we hurt you. And what could we do today to fix this pain? And how would you feel if you would listen this from your parents, Paquita?
Whoa, it was very touching. I can tell you, I took it very, very, in a very nice and lovely way. I just, for moments, I saw them even in front of me, and I really feel protected in that moment. Yes, absolutely. I felt loved, protected, and also embraced.
Embraced.
Yes.
Yes. And this is a great gift we can offer to our kids today, no matter what happened, no matter the age they have today or the age we have today. There is always time to heal relations, and it's very important. I know our kids are big teachers for us, because they are always going to teach you what is this pain, or where is this pain that we can see, that we need to be conscious, that we need to heal. And I think that the best place to learn is during the motherhood, raising kids, because they are always teaching us where is this vulnerability or this sadness, or which parts of our inner child needs attention. And as long as we give attention to this inner child, we become adults with more presence, patience, disponibility, emotional disponibility, not only for our kids, for our community, our partner, our friends, our work.
Yes, definitely. As you said, it's something that we should give ourselves always this opportunity as parents to heal that way, and not only for mother but the father too, because all of us we were kids and first, I mean, as a first place. So for sure, we both need to see each other in the inner self to discover what is that vulnerability that is not letting us give the love that we can give to our kids and our generations.
Yes.
Great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
continue.
No, please go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is that as long as we take care of this inner child that feels pain and needs love, that lives inside us, we can live better in the present. Because when we are holding this inner child and the pain from our childhood, and we are more conscious of that, and we can live better in the present. We can work in the best way. We can get in contact with our partner more from our adult, and we can have more abilities to get in contact with the others, and we can see the things as they are, not through the eyes of the pain of this inner child.
Oh, it's perfectly said, as you said. When we see through the pain, we are like blinded.
Yeah.
We see nothing. Yeah, it's something hard to say, but it's like that. And also we love to be right. So of course, what we don't see means that the other is the blinded one, is not ourselves. And this is something that maybe is coming up for a reason, because as human beings, we also love to have this sense of separation. Like, it's you and you have the problem, it's not me, or you should know it, or you should understand it. But at the end of the day, who said that the other person is able to see with the same lens? It's not possible. And also to judge the other, like, why you cannot listen to you, especially our partners, for the adults, right? Or even at work with our colleagues, that sometimes we tend to judge the people around us in a very harsh way, without noticing that maybe we are the ones that we are blinded, right? And again, from my experience, I can say that once I started to welcome, we have an invitee here. When we have certainly, yes, Liz, you are welcome to this wonderful space. We were just explaining that how it's important to heal the perception and the vision that sometimes is just blinded somehow by these wounds that we carry from the childhood, and it's changing the perception that we have from ourselves and from the world. Right? Yeah.
Yes. And when we are not conscious of the wounds we have from childhood, we live our life in the present like we are still living in the wounds in the childhood. So that is why it's so important to take care of us, to see what we need and what does our inner child needs, because as long as we take care of this inner child that is hurt and lives inside us, we are going to be able to live better in the present, and we are going to be able to recognize, okay, this is the pain where I was when I was a child. Today, I am an adult and I am in charge, and I can take care of myself, and I can offer myself what I need: therapy, rest, meditation, a group of friends that I feel support with, contact with nature, Mother Earth, anything that brings me calm, healing, and peace.
And I would like to welcome now Vinod. Feel free, please, to raise any question. Thanks for joining us today.
Sorry, I joined late. I was just checking the time and then I realized I was watching a match. So, thanks.
That's okay. You were enjoying the inner child.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Maria Elisa, maybe at this point, I would like to, I don't know, maybe you can explain us the impact of having these family constellations for the inner child healing or something related to your work.
Okay. Well, I work with family constellations, assisted with horses, and also with groups of people. And what I can share from this view of family constellations is that it helps us to heal traumas from our childhood. And family constellations are a therapy created by 𝙗𝙤𝙘𝙠, a German philosopher, and he was a Gestalt therapist, and he discovered that there is a philosophy of life that is the way we see family constellations. That is, everyone in our family system has the right to belong, and it's important to respect what came before us, our ancestors, our parents, the grandparents, and everything that was before. As we respect the order in family constellations, we get strong to live in the present like an adult. Another point of family constellations is that in partners and friends and groups of work, we need to keep the respect each other and try to give and take, because it's the only relation that we are equal. And as a partner, if I give too much, I am not a partner anymore. I become a parent. And if I just expect to receive, I become a kid, and my partner becomes like my mother or my father, and that is going to give us difficulties in the relations. And family constellations assisted with horses is a therapy that helps us to see what happens to us, but in a different way, from our soul, from our body. Horses are wonderful healers. They show us how to get in contact with ourselves, how be grounded. And horses never judge. Horses doesn't care where we come from or what we do. They just show what needs to be healed with a lot of love and presence. And horses helps us to have I'm trying to think. Our nervous system gets more regulated with horses because they invite us to come to contact with us. And about our childhood, the family constellations assisted with horses help us to have another point of view of what happened to us when we were kids. And we can reconnect from the soul to the big soul or family system or ancestors or background, and we can heal these traumas that are not only our traumas, are the traumas or family system, the place where we were born. And yes, I can say that family constellations assisted with horses help us to see our story with compassion, love, and honoring everything, because everything that has happened in our family system had a reason. And if we stay judging our parents, we will never grow up. And there is going to be always a reason to judge anyone outside, and it will not allow me to be in charge of myself like an adult today. And if I can honor what happened in my history and my parents, the place I come from, the difficulties, the traumas, and everything, I can live the present like an adult, and I can also take the opportunities, because if I stay just seeing the pain of my story, I will never be open to receive the new things that life can offer to me, like new opportunities, a good partner, a good job, a good places to learn, people to share, because I am going to stay in that corner of the sadness or of the little child that was so hurt, and I am going to continue living from that pain. And it doesn't help me because it blocks everything in my life.
Yes, I don't know if Vinod has maybe some comment about it or questions. Please, the floor is yours as well.
No, I'm just learning. Whatever she said so far, this is what happens. Yes, yeah, I'll just listen. I don't have any questions at the moment. Maybe next session when we arrange.
Great.
It's okay.
Yes, it's fine. Marisa, I love the picture that you have, that painting that you have in your room, because when you said blockage, yes, it's a kind of very graphic explanation. I don't know, it called my attention, like that sort of a stone in the middle, right? That sometimes those stones are just making the flow of our life nice, but when they are too many, there will be no flow anymore. So then these are the wounds that sometimes we are not aware, because when we feel, as you said, that nothing is working, maybe there is something that we have to start to remove. Yeah. So I don't know, brought to me this example, because it's amazing. Even one stone is nice, because we will never, I don't think we will in this life, we can say that we will start to search about all the wounds that we have had through all our life, right? Because otherwise we will not have time to live.
Yes, I think that this personal growth and the healing is a constant work, and it is going to end 12 minutes after we die. That is the time that our soul takes to live. So we can be patient and see us with love, and as long as we are alive, we are always going to have some issues to work about. And the most important thing is to look at ourselves without judging us, and just recognizing that we are human beings, and humans make mistakes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's really amazing, as you said, that when we are open to talk about these topics, and also we are not only discovering ourselves and our potential, because sometimes we don't know, we are not aware of potential that we have hidden through those, behind those blockages. It's not only that we see ourselves in a lovely way, but also we empower ourselves. So it's like we release that power. For that, maybe the waterfall that is there is reminded me that, like, it's really when you remove a little bit of these stones, then you can see the power of the flow and the freedom also to express yourself.
Yes, it's very symbolic. Is my mother's in-law paint, and I like to have this here because it brings me calm, and I love this cascade, and it also brings me a symbolism of transformation and go fluently with life.
Yes, it's amazing. And I think, as you said at the beginning, could be amazing maybe if you see the time is suitable for the little short, was it a kind of constellation or therapy with the horses to have
Meditation?
an idea?
Okay.
Or meditation, yes.
Meditation for our inner child with the horses. The horses are in the fence ready to meditate with us. So I'm going to move. What I am going to do, give me a second. I'm going to connect to my mobile to follow your Zoom, and we are going to the fence, okay?
Right, take your time. Maybe in the meantime, I will invite Vinod to share a little bit of thoughts about the inner child. Whatever is coming will be important to hear, maybe, if you feel it.
The inner child is always there. The only thing is to express. And I think once that starts, then I think a lot of things which are there needs to be shared will eventually come out. I think something is blocking, and I think it's a big baggage. And as Maria Lisa said, you keep carrying that, and that probably hinders your progress, or you want to reach somewhere, but you won't be able to reach it because you never realize that, and you're always under that impression that this is me and this is how I'm going to live. So that's why the inner child is still sleeping or hidden or walking with you, but you never give him or her chance to express. I think for that you need a suitable atmosphere as well.
Yeah, yes. The atmosphere, as you said, to give the space, right? To give the space to find that inner child, to see if to check on him, how is he feeling, what are the needs that maybe are pending. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reading this book and that's still continuing.
Which book is that? Later you have to tell us a bit more about it, but now tell us.
Many Lies, Many Masters.
Many, is Brian Weiss.
Yeah.
It's a really great book. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. So I am here in the fence. I am going to show you which horses are with us today. Okay. This is Sam.
Oh, Sam, so beautiful.
This is Arturo.
Hey, Arturo.
There is Maria and Luna.
Oh. Luna.
Luna and Maria. So I want to invite you to this meditation with horses, to contact with our inner child. And well, first I want to share with you that this beautiful place is called 𝙤𝙤𝙫𝙚 Protected Forest, and I live here with my husband, and we have a herd of wild horses. And Arturo, Sam, Maria have grown with me since they were very, very small. They were born here, and I have trained them to do family constellations and to work with people to heal emotions, traumas, and giving emotional support. So I invite you to this circle. We are in a safe place. We are supported by the Mother Earth and the horses, and Luna is here. And I just invite you to breathe with your eyes open and let's just breathe. Let's take a deep breath. And we are going to include in this circle with horses our inner child. And I ask permission to the horses to have this space with them and to connect with their heart frequency that bring us calm and here is Maria. Thank you, Luna. And let's invite this inner child that lives in us to this circle with the horses, and let's tell our inner child we are going to share a meditation with horses to connect with our heart. And I am open to listen. What do you need from me today? And Arturo comes in front of us and he puts his mouth on my heart. And this intention is also for you that are sharing with me, Paquita. And we know, let's just connect with our heart and the heart of the horses. And let's include our inner child in this circle. And I invite you to just breathe with your eyes open and see the horses. And I want to invite you to put this image in your heart. You, your inner child, Arturo, Luna, Maria, and Sam. They are holding us. I want to try this, how to put the camera in this way. And he takes my hat off, and is like an invitation to let the thoughts out and let's contact with our heart. And let's hold our inner child and offer what he or she needs today. This could be a hug, a kind word, a color, anything that she or he needs. And Arturo is playing with my heart, like an invitation also to play with our inner child. But sometimes we forget to play, to smile. Thank you, Arturo, for reminding us that it's important also to play. And he's cleaning my stomach. It's the solar plexus. Maybe we need to clean our emotions. I don't know if you can see, but he's cleaning here in my solar plexus. Thank you, Arturo. And he's cleaning the the right side of my body that connects us to the masculine and the father side. And we are not doing a constellation, we are just meditating with the horses, but he is showing this. I invite you to breathe and he's also showing that there is some anger that our inner child feels, and we just need to give it space and recognize it and allow us to feel it without judging. It's part of life. I will put the camera to the horses. There is Sam, Luna, Arturo, and he comes again in front of me. It's an invitation to see us, to see ourselves. Are we ready to get in contact with this inner child that lives inside us? How do we feel when I invite you with the horses to get in contact with our inner child? How does your body feel?
I feel safe.
You feel safe? Okay.
Oh, it's very nice what happened now. Is it?
Gone for swimming.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Say hi. Say hi.
Wow.
Together. Here's Maria. I feel also safe, and was a nice invitation to me when Arturo took my hat off, because I was a little bit worried about doing the meditation because I have not my tripod today. Sometimes my husband helps me, and I was very worried about what I was going to do without the tripod, with the cell phone, and Arturo came and took my hat off and said, "Don't think about it, just do it." Thank you, Arturo.
Confidence.
Yes, yes.
What do you feel, Vinod?
Yeah, very calm. Thanks.
Very calm. Me too. It's the confidence, right? The calmness.
And I am so glad, Paquita, that you are recording this meditation and the talk, because all the people can have these, and anytime you need to connect with the heart of the horses, you can see the meditation and listen to your talk. And Arturo remind us to forget about our mind, the thoughts and the things that are not necessary, as he is still playing with my hat, and just connect with the body, with the present, with the Mother Earth, feel grounded, and connect with our hearts. And let's put in our heart this inner child that lives inside us, and give the love that he or she needs, and the attention, the validation, the compassion, the tenderness. And let's invite our inner child to play in a simple little things. Thank you, Paquita, for inviting me to be part of your project and to share this meditation. And I feel very grateful, and the horses too.
We are
Sam,
very
Arturo,
grateful.
Luna, and Maria say thank you.
Thanks to you guys, they are so beautiful. And
okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add or you would like to share?
I can just say that it's an amazing experience always to feel this connection without words. It's always so important, so magic. And I just want to thank you, to thank Verde Cocha, to thank your beautiful horses. The heart is amazing. Really, thank you so much, Maria Elisa. And Vinod, please, really, we are pleased that you are here.
Thanks for taking time out and showing us or giving us this experience. This is the first time I'm witnessing it. So thanks for that. I mean, this is beyond words, but what you're doing, I think that will help many people. Thanks.
Thank you. And yeah, it's an honor to me to share with Paquita, with you, and with the rest of the people that will listen this talk and the meditation. And I am so glad to be able to share this piece of our land and the heart and the healing. And yeah, it's honor to me to share with you and your community. And thank you, Paquita, for opening this channel, this talk, this space, for everything you do with your heart and taking care of the others.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful encounter with the inner child. Thank you, Maria Elisa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will close this circle, this space. Okay. So because I opened it and just before Vinod joined, and just we want to thank to the source of the life for letting us see the magic that we have always carrying within ourselves, that is the essence of the Almighty, of the nature, of all the creation. And I really see that the power will go beyond, as you said, because every person that can share this video will feel all this energy, this wonderful energy from the horses. And it's something very, very important to say, that the horses are so straightforward to the emotion. They show you exactly what you need, and the message is so powerful that I encourage people that can really have this wonderful alternative. Just don't hesitate about it. They will definitely they will get amazing, wonderful answers that the words cannot explain. So I give this space a close. And again, thank you so much. Thanks, Vinod, also for joining us.
Thank you.
And thanks for everyone that will watch this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful time.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.